Welcome to Dr. Dave's Diner. Real psychology for real people by a real psychologist. You have your coffee?
Conflict resolution in 5 easy steps. Communication is one of the most frequently mentioned problems for people seeking services. Oftentimes, effective communication between parties shuts down because we present our needs or concerns in such a way that it puts the other person on the defensive. As a result of years of helping people learn to communicate, I've developed 5 easy steps to help you effectively and appropriately assert yourself and better communicate what your needs and concerns are. Step 1. State how you feel. A simple statement of "I feel" helps move along the conflict resolution quickly. It immediately conveys that you are taking responsibility for your feelings and not blaming the other person for creating them. Step 2. State the event or behavior that prompted your feelings as objectively as you can. This step lets the other person in on exactly what it was that caused you to feel as you do. This is different than placing blame. It merely identifies the behavior or event that led you to feeling whatever it is that you're feeling at that moment. By stating as best we can what the event or behavior means to me, I immediately begin to educate the other person about my emotional or psychological need. This step begins the process of reconciliation. Ultimately, reconciling broken or wounded relationships is what this is all about. When we feel our needs are not being met, gaps form in a relationship, and these gaps can best be bridged when we are able to communicate our needs effectively to the other person and give them a chance to meet them. Step 4. Stay in the present. When you're in the midst of a conflict or discussion, don't dig up old skeletons. This step is important because if we start fighting about past events, we never can attend to the present concern effectively, and we only end up adding fuel to the flame of frustration. It is best to save the discussion about past events to a time when neither party is angry and both can learn from the dialogue. Sometimes we do need a little breathing room to avoid a complete meltdown. A good time frame to work with is about 72 hours, i.e. 3 days. When you do come back together, make sure that you address the problem with the intent to resolve it and reconcile the relationship. Step 5. State future options. This step is critical to the reconciliation process because it communicates to the individual that you want a relationship, but the relationship is impeded by the behavior or the action of the other. So a statement like, "In the future, I would ask that ... you fill in the blank." These 5 steps will ensure that open communication in a non-attacking way will help reconcile whatever it is that's impeding the relationship's growth. I'm clinical psychologist David NieKamp, and you've been listening to Dr. Dave's Diner. You can find me at dr.daves.diner@gmail.com. Come back next week and bring a friend. We will serve you up something good. In the meantime, enjoy what life brings you one day at a time. We'll see you then.